Starting in 1791, Hamilton and Burr had resented each other. When Burr took a seat in the Senate from Philip Schuyler, Hamilton's father-in-law, and who helped Hamilton gain support for his policies as the Treasury Secretary. Then later in 1800, Hamilton wrote a document that heavily criticized John Adams, another Federalist, that Burr published. This document ended up being very embarrassing for Hamilton, and it divided the Federalist Party. Later that year, Burr ran against Jefferson to be president, and Hamilton lobbied Congress to side with Jefferson over Burr, which didn't have much effect, but Jefferson still won the election. Burr ran to be the governor of New York in 1804, where he ran as an independent. This scared Hamilton, so he tried to convince Federalists in New York to not support Burr. This, along with other reasons, led to Burr losing the election in New York. Later in February of 1804, the New York Republican Dr. Charles D. Cooper went to a dinner party where Hamilton gave a very firm speech against Burr. Cooper would later write a letter to Philip Schuyler talking about Hamilton's speech and his despicable opinion of Burr. This letter would later end up in the New York newspaper, the Albany Register, which further harmed the public's opinion of Burr. This resulted in a series of letters between Hamilton and Burr, which led to Burr demanding Hamilton deny that he had ever spoken against him. He refused, so Burr challenged him to a duel. On July 11, 1804, Hamilton and Burr met in a spot on the Hudson River, right near where Hamilton's son died. To keep a duel a secret, they both left Manhattan to go to New Jersey at separate times. They were both accompanied by their seconds, and both had barely fired a shot since the Revolutionary War ended. However, there is some evidence that Burr was practicing his marksmanship before this duel. After Hamilton was facing Burr, he asked if he could put on his spectacles, despite Hamilton having told many people beforehand that he was going to throw away his shot. There were some debates about who shot first, but regardless, Hamilton missed his shot and Burr hit. Hamilton was shot in his abdomen, right above his right hip, fractured a rib, tore through his diaphragm and liver, and the bullet was lodged in his spine.
The Hamilton and Burr duel went largely in the opposite way many people expected it to, largely for Burr. Burr was ready to fire on Hamilton because he put on his spectacles, but Hamilton missed, and Burr hoped it would revive his political career, but it completely destroyed it.
Burr, meanwhile, hoped to restore his reputation with this duel, had effectively ended it. Many viewed him as a murderer, so he fled to Philadelphia and was never tried for Hamilton's death.
While Burr was largely forgotten after the duel, Hamilton's legacy lived on as one of the main founding fathers and the face of the $10 bill. And obviously with the musical, he is remembered now more than ever.
The Burr and Hamilton duel would go down as the most influential duel in American history, with the death of a major political figure and the large decline in popularity of the other.